press the plate on myself. It does not return back well. A good variator should be wrung out and immediately returned to its original position when the plate is released. The plate returns to its place only when the variator is twisted, which means it is stuck somewhere. The rear variator is removed simply. I need a 22 open-end wrench, scrap or a long piece of iron. We put the horns of the key into these holes and we start the crowbar between the horns. You see the second end of the crowbar. It rests on the concrete and I have a support. Then we grab the nut with the 17 knob. With little effort, unscrew counterclockwise. The main thing is to break the variator nut, and then it is already unscrewed like clockwork. Now the variator can be removed. We unscrew the lock nut with the 2 gas wrench. I used a vise, holding it from below, tearing off the nut from above. Now unscrew the lock nut counterclockwise. When unscrewing, hold the nut with your finger so that the variator spring does not pop out. You see how it shoots. Remove the clutch, remove the spring. Next, you need to remove the stop for the spring. Pry it with a screwdriver from below. Take it out. Now you need to pull out the 3 keys from the sleeve. They are pulled out with a light tap. Now the insides need to be cleaned, and then lubricated. It is all cleaned up with solvent or gasoline. From all sides, we need to remove completely the dirt everywhere. Graphite grease now needs to be lubricated. Here we lubricate the bearings, both on the one hand and on the other. Now you can assemble the variator in the reverse order, as it was disassembled. We put dowels in special holes. It is impossible to confuse anything here. I also lubricate the holes on top. I put on a spring bushing. On the clutch, we carefully look at the springs. They should diverge. Check with the screwdriver. If they do not diverge or diverge poorly, then the springs need to be changed. The sleeve for the stability of the spring is dressed. Now we dress the spring itself. We put on the clutch, press it with our hands. Now screw the lock nut, clockwise. I twist it all the way. I clamp the lower part of the variator in a vise and tighten the lock nut with a gas wrench until it stops. Now we install the variator in its place. Now the plates are very well squeezed and pressed. We set the bell. Again we put the key in the holes and fasten it with the crowbar between the horns for emphasis. Now tighten the nut until it stops. Again we check the expansion and compression of the plate. Everything works fine. Now we install the variator cover in place. We check the operation of the scooter. A positive moment. At idle, My wheel rotated very strongly. Now it stands still without moving. Thank you all for your attention. Put likes, subscribe to the channel. All the best, goodbye.